Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning. Am I the special first Friday of
You
the
certainly are.
First guest of the new year.
You, so it was a
tame?
tame? Is that the word for
Yeah.
New Year's Eve?
We don't use the Q word.
Sure.
But
Well, you
tame.
can use the Q word after the fact, can't you?
No, they never
I don't know.
say
You
it.
might set it up for the next weekend. I don't know how that works.
It was tame.
It's tame.
I don't know.
That's a good thing.
Do people go out? We were just talking on New Year's like they did in the 80s and 90s.
That's a good question. You still see plenty of people out and about, but
Sure.
it's like that. Alcohol DWIs for us has dramatically gone down. At one point back in probably the early 2000s, we were always on the Minnesota's deadliest counties. And then with a pretty good effort of a response from us and State Patrol and the state of Minnesota pushing enforcement through, that number has dramatically gone down.
Well, that's good.
Now, drug DWIs are, of course, still up, but they've kind of flip-flopped. We'd figure, 80-20, 80% to 20%.
Yeah.
So 80% of our DWIs are impairment through drugs, and 20% is alcohol now.
Wow.
That's anecdotal, but
Sure.
it's about there.
Roughly.
Roughly.
And drug impairment stays in your system a lot longer, correct?
It can, yes. Certain drugs metabolize very quickly through the body, depending on your body makeup, fat, and
Sure.
muscle composition. Just like alcohol, there's all kinds of biology and science behind it. But a regular user of marijuana, those drugs can stay in your system up to 30 days. Methamphetamine metabolizes out usually within 12 hours, 24 hours, depending on how much you're using at a time, and how often you're using. I'm not quite sure about fentanyl as far as how fast it metabolizes, but very dangerous drugs anyway,
Right.
let alone, trying to get behind the
Stay
wheel.
with you forever.
Yeah.
So don't.
So just don't.
In that regard, county got some federal funding, and I even forget what it was called. Safer Highways.
Oh, yeah.
How did that come about?
That's a good question. I ultimately had to miss the very first meeting, and I had sent Zach to it because I had another engagement. I was triple booked that day.
Well, I bet that happens.
Some of those questions I haven't been asked or haven't gotten answered myself yet from the safer side of it. This was all primarily done, I think, through the engineering side of roadways and whatnot. So looking forward to kind of figuring out that aspect as well. As like, what's this going to mean for us as far as dollars coming into the county for safer roads. Obviously, I know that there'll be an enforcement action or an enforcement side of this, but in addition to maybe some dollars going towards improving the streets themselves.
I shouldn't ask you this without warning you ahead of time, but something tells me you may have an answer to this right off the top of your head. What's the most dangerous county highway in Beltrami County?
Boy. As far as lethality, probably boy, that's a good question.
So
we've had deaths, traffic fatalities on Irvin Avenue. We've had them on County 50, which is just a short little stretch between Paul Bunyan Drive and the highway, right? So I mean, that's just a short little deal. There, Roosevelt Road, same thing. You know, those are probably our three biggest culprits as far as county roads. County Road 23, which is our longest county road, it extends all the way from, basically Turtle River all the way up to Washkish.
Right.
It takes on a number of different names as it
True.
meanders through there, you know. But yeah, I have not seen a lot of fatalities on that road personally. But the three that I named are probably our biggest culprits.
Well, they have the most traffic too.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I realize this is a state road that intersects with a U.S. highway. But Highway 2 and 89, prior to the Loop-de-Loop Bridge,
Yes.
that had to be the worst in the county, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. That engineering. I think I'd actually commented on that a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
That intersection would take 2 lives a year.
Wow.
And now because of the engineering that went into with the county and or actually with the state, there's nothing county about that, but that piece of engineering has saved a couple of lives a year for sure.
And I've never understood why, if you're coming from the west and you're going north on 89, you still get to just cross 2 lanes of traffic.
Yep.
The other directions, you can't do that.
Right.
Well, I'm sure they have their reasons. Came up with the J-turns too.
Yep. The infamous J-turns.
Do people ever cut through them and, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Go a little bit the wrong way and then
Right.
come back.
Absolutely.
they
Every
do.
once in a while, you'll see something like that. Actually, I was going to have a conversation with a pizza driver. I won't name the establishment, but there was a pizza driver that was southbound on 9 and stopped at the intersection of Highway 2. I was not in my squad. I was in my personal vehicle, and right in front of him, he went right through that spot and went eastbound into town. And I thought,
If only you had a Kojak light thrown on top.
He's trying to save money. I get it, but not cool.
Because they have curbs and stuff.
They do. I wouldn't want to do it this time of the year because the plows ain't plowing through there. I can tell you that.
Not the direction he went through.
No.
I always wondered when I look at it, like, do you think people ever just jump across there?
They do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Funny story. I'm in North Carolina. I'm just not being familiar with the roads. I'm in North Carolina, and it's Christmas Eve, and I know we've got one more trip to take, and then we're going to be heading out. So I go to fill up my car, and go to pull into this Circle K in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and I thought I'm in the turn lane. I thought I see an opening for the gas station, and I go to make my left-hand turn, ba-doom, 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 over top of a curb. I didn't even see it. Didn't even see the curb. I had to go up. Was supposed to go up to the light and make the turn there, but
Good thing there wasn't a sheriff. Huh?
right. Good thing my car didn't get killed for spending an extra couple days in Goldsboro, North Carolina to get my car fixed.
So what's new for 2026? You do in the new year in January? Anything different?
All of our annual training starts over. That was a mad dash to try to get all that done. You know, for administration, it's very difficult to stay on top of that stuff because you're just busy every day, you know, and we get it all done. There's a lot of OSHA classes and hazmat classes, and then we've got the new MLO classes from the state where, you know, you're dealing with autism and you're dealing with mental health and recognizing those things. And they're very, you know, very good. It's very good training, but there's a lot tasked on the Minnesota peace officers these days. And you get to that, that December, because the classes, the time frame expires December 31st at midnight. So you got to get them done prior to that. And now it just starts all over again.
Are there any new laws that you're like, when did this pass?
every day. Every day. They don't keep up. I mean, our association, MSA, tries to do a good job of putting out our legal representation. Rick Hodson puts out the stuff that we kind of need to know, but there's so many obscure things that come out in a legislative session as far as new laws goes. It's like, when did this happen?
Are you sure they passed this?
Yeah, right. And then they start some laws August 1st, and they start some laws January 1. This is like, why is there a difference, you know?
Welcome to the legislature.
Right, right.
What are you doing this weekend?
Gonna go watch Beavs tonight.
All right.
Looking forward to that game. Trying to stay warm.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, right.
Sunday.
Cleaning up after Christmas.
Yeah, I hear you there. Well, you have a good weekend.
You guys as well.
Thanks for stopping by.